Hi Aquarius, it is Alex and I'm here to bring you guys a tarot reading. Hopefully you're doing well. Emperor, the Hermit, Eight of Cups, Knight of Cups, ooh, the Devil, Obsession, Knight of Wands, Two of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Seven of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Knight of Cups again. Ooh, Emperor again. Okay, thank you. There you are, Aquarius, with the King of Swords. So you're trying to approach a situation between you and someone else. This could be an emotional situation, an emotional connection, a lover, situationship, friends with benefits, but someone you feel compatible with. And this to me feels like every time you see this person, they jumpstart your heart. You see them and you just fall in love all over again. And this person is not consistent. And it's like when they come around, you fall in love all over again. Then when they leave, you're left to quote unquote pick up the pieces. And I feel like for a lot of you, you could be doing some soul searching to figure out why this is happening. Why does this person does this to you? You're obsessed or they're obsessed with you. And this feels like a roller coaster. The Knight of Swords, there's a conversation, and the Two of Swords. So this could be someone you have blocked or you're trying to block them out. But it's almost like, how are you blocking them out when you have so much love for them? Right? Because as long as the love still sits inside of you, it's going to be incredibly hard to block this person out. This feels unrequited, right? One-sided, where you have invested a lot of time and energy, but it got you nowhere. You're trying to figure out blocking is not working. I can tell you that right now. It's almost like you may as well acknowledge, especially to yourself, that there is a healthy flow of love between you and this particular individual. For some of you, you could be trying to make yourselves busy to block out these emotions or feelings, but busyness may be the only thing that works. To me, this kind of looks like there needs to be some sort of confession about an obsession. I'm here all week. Okay. Yeah, Angel says somebody is yo-yo. Someone has you on a yo-yo, or you could have someone on a yo-yo. That Knight of Wands goes in and out. Knight of Cups, love, right? Going back and forth. It's almost like that's what you're obsessing over. Every time you feel like you're over this person, then all of a sudden you're back in it emotionally. And for the life of you, you cannot figure out why this is the case. Why you can't let someone go. Why someone can't let you go. Let's see. The Hermit going within, ghosting. Ace of Swords going within and getting clarity on how to The Hermit, the Emperor again for the third time. It's ego. Look at that. It's ego and obsession. Oh, this is raggedy. Sorry. Those last three cards said it all. This is the situation where it's like your ego goes back, or their ego comes back, and it's almost like you guys are in this particular situation where you're trying to one up each other, and that is the energy that controls this situation. Look, you got the Emperor here 3 times. The Emperor is pure ego and masculinity, right? The Emperor, as in, he's 32-0. He doesn't have any losses. He calls the shots. He's in control. So there is a power struggle here. And I feel like sometimes it's foreplay, right? That power struggle turns into foreplay. Angels just said to me, it's almost like you would rather fight with this person or this particular situation than you would find somebody to fall in love with, right? Somebody healthy to fall in love with. Definitely with the Devil here twice, karmic, yeah, like for real. And it's almost like every time you walk away, something snaps you right back. Angels are saying, and it doesn't feel like it's this person. I kind of feel like maybe it's the memory of them, the hormones, the illusion, the love, romanticizing what you had with this person and or in this particular situation. And with the Seven of Swords, to me, that's the definition of insanity. 777 here, right? The definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. I promise you, Aquarius, that's what this situation feels like. And you have the Hermit here twice. Put up one finger twice. It's one-upping. It's ghosting each other, then somebody coming back around. Oh, this is so dangerously dysfunctional. This is dangerously dysfunctional. Someone can't move on. Look, he's looking back. He's looking back. He's focused. He's looking forward, but he's got 10 wands. She's looking back at the moon. Yeah, okay, so my angels just said, to some of you, this is a situation where you will say, well, I love them. But I don't think it's that. I think it's a karmic cycle that's running amok. A mucking muckery. It is. And in the end, the King of Swords is yielding his sword between the 2 cups. There is distortion here, right? Because we had that 7 of Swords in the outcome position. There is a bit of deception here because you think this is you think this is a soulmate, and angels are saying it's more like a twin flame, right? Twin flame karmics, they live across the street from each other, right? But soulmate, romantic soulmates, they're on a whole other continent, okay? But it's almost like every time you try to move on, you try to move forward, the thoughts bring you back. You try to move on, you try to move forward, you hear this person's name, and that brings you back. My angels just said to me, and this is just a question, is it the thought or feeling of this person that brings you back, or the inability to control your thoughts or emotions, right? So in other words, I can think about my exes all day and all night. That doesn't mean I'm calling any one of them, right? Because thoughts are one thing, action is something else. And I kind of feel definitely here with the Seven of Swords, there are constant thoughts about the past. And there is movement here too, because you got the Knight of Cups and you got the Knight of Wands. Yeah, so your thoughts are dictating your actions. So when you think, you go back, right? You call, you contact, you connect. But the universe is like, if there is any sort of soul searching going on, you can think, but should you intervene when it comes to taking action towards them? I hope that makes sense. All right, that was a good reading. Okay, Aquarius, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Actually, hang on. Let me read some Moonology Oracle cards. Get you some final messages. What other messages do you have for Aquarius? Ooh, a time for healing. Look at that. Nothing will come from this situation. That's the definition of insanity. Ooh, child, don't let your past hold you back. Luck is on your side. So I feel the luck part is revelation, right? Some of you figuring out what the heckle is going on here. And I feel like hopefully this reading explained exactly what that is. It feels karmic in nature. It feels twin flamish in nature. You know, definitely with the devil showing up twice. So I kind of feel like the universe is wanting you to investigate that tie, that bond. What is it that's holding you to this particular person, place, or thing? All right. Love you, Aquarius. Bye.